Our story is entitled The Heights by Great Men. The motto of Hope House is, "The heights by great men reached and kept were not attained by sudden flight, but they, while their companions slept, were toiling upward through the night." The games teacher is ready, and the boys are on their marks. "On your marks, get set," shouts the games teacher. The boys are off, and they each run quickly to give the relay stick to the next boy in their house. It is a 400-meter relay for boys. Great House is in front all the way. The boys and girls of Great House shout, "Run, Great House, run!" Great House comes in first. Hope House comes in last once again. The silver cup goes to Great House. Danny, the captain of Hope House, is very sad. His house is last again. All the boys and girls of Hope House are going home. Danny stands alone on the field with the flag of Hope House. The flag is blowing in the wind and he's crying. Danny holds his head and says the motto of Hope House: "The heights by great men reached and kept were not attained by sudden flight, but they, while their companions slept, were toiling upward to the night." After saying the motto, Danny carries his flag and puts it in the principal's room. Here we have Danny giving the flag back to the principal, and again we can see that he's very, very sad. He's actually crying. "Do not look so sad, Danny," says the principal. "So long as there is life, there is hope. Never give up trying, my boy." "Yes, sir," says Danny. "I will never give up." Danny says goodbye to his principal and shakes his hand. Then Danny leaves for home. At home, he does not eat his dinner. He does not feel hungry. "Why can't we win the silver cup?" he asks himself. He goes in and lies down on his bed. "One day I know we will win," he says. The next day, Danny goes to visit his friend. His friend's name is Mr. Tacky. Mr. Tacky lives at Fishtown. He is very old and very wise. All the people of Fishtown love Mr. Tacky. He gives them words of wisdom. He was once a fisherman, but now he is too old to fish. So he sits on the sand and watches the younger men fish. "Good morning, Mr. Tacky," says Danny. "Oh, my little friend Danny," says Mr. Tacky. "I'm so happy to see you." But right away, Mr. Tacky sees that Danny is very sad. "Why does my little friend look so sad today?" asks Mr. Tacky. "I am the captain of my house," says Danny. "And my house came last on games day, Mr. Tacky." The old fisherman looks out to the sea. Then he looks down at Danny. "Tell me, Danny, are the boys who won bigger than your boys?" "No," says Danny. "Do they have hands and feet like yours?" asks Mr. Tacky. "Yes," says Danny. "Well," says Mr. Tacky, "all I can say is, if you all have the same things, then you will have to work twice as hard as they do if you want to win. If they train one day, you must train 2 days. If they run 2 times around the field, you must run 4 times around the field. You are their captain, and you must see that they do these things." Danny listens to the wise words of Mr. Tacky. He knows that what Mr. Tacky is saying is right. The boys and girls of Hope House must train more than any other house. They must practice hard so that they can win. "Yes, Mr. Tacky," says Danny. "We must work hard. We must remember our motto. The heights by great men reached and kept were not attained by sudden flight, but they, while their companions slept, were toiling upward through the night." Then Danny and Mr. Tacky have something to eat. They eat fish and bread. After they eat, Danny says goodbye to Mr. Taki and runs off. On Monday, Danny goes to school. He calls the boys and girls of his house together. He tries to make them happy. He tries to give them hope. This is the last time we will come last, says Danny. You said that the last time, Captain Danny, says one of the girls in Hope House. Yes, I did, replied Danny. But we did not work hard enough to win. We have to train more than Great House does if we are to win. While they play and fool around, we have to practice. So in this picture, we have Danny talking to the members of Hope House and how they're going to be training now to win the Silver Cup come the next game's day. So the boys and girls sit down and speak about how they will train hard so they can win the Silver Cup. They all say they will practice hard to win on the next game's day. They all want to win the Silver Cup. Every other day, the boys and girls of Hope House run around the field. They run around the field many times. They practice until they are tired. But they know they must work hard if they hope to win. When they feel like giving up hope, Danny, their captain, tells them their motto. The heights by great men reached and kept were not attained by sudden flight, but they, while their companions slept, were toiling upward through the night. It is games day again. This is the day that Hope House has worked for. This is also the day when Great House feels that they will win again. The boys and girls of Great House are so sure they will win. They have not been training as hard. Both Great House and Hope House are doing well. The last race of the day is a 400-meter relay. Hope House will have to win the 400-meter relay to win the Silver Cup. Danny will run the last leg of the relay. On your marks, get set, go! Shouts the game's teacher. The boys are off and Great House is in front. They are running to give the last boys the stick. Great House is still in front of everyone. But suddenly, Danny is running past everyone. He's running as fast as lightning. No one can catch him now. The boys and girls of Hope House are shouting, "Run, Hope House! Run, Hope House! Run, Danny, run!" So in this picture now, we can see Hope House. Children, they are celebrating, and we can see Danny is at the front of this particular race. Danny comes in first in the 400-meter relay. His house wins the Silver Cup. Everyone is surprised. The boys and girls of Hope House are happy. They pick up their captain and carry him down the field. Then Danny goes and gets the Silver Cup from the principal. The principal shakes his hand. "You did not give up hope, Danny," says the principal. "You have done very well." The boys and girls clap their hands. Then Danny says the motto with the boys and girls of his house. The heights by great men reached and kept were not attained by sudden flight, but they, while their companions slept, were toiling upward through the night. And in this picture, we see Danny being held up now by the children from his house. They're carrying him down to the field, and they have their flag with the name of the house, and everybody is cheering and smiling. Let's wrap this one up. Remember that you need to do your summary. So remember the who, the what, the where, the when, the why, and the how. So the who speaks to the characters, the where and when speaks to the setting, the how and the why speaks to the plot. Write your summaries and hand them to your teachers. Take care. I'll see you in the next episode.